Oh, hello. Welcome to another episode of Just Like the Simulations, the regularly weekly show where I play Tabletop Simulator against my good friend Oro. And today we're doing something quite novel. So we are trying to showcase the bleeding edge of the meta, not in terms of what's powerful, but in terms of what is brand new. So I'm using the B1 Battle Droid rules as they were previewed at Adepticon, and Oro is using the General Veers rules as they were previewed at Adepticon. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, through the magic of the internet, if I press this button here, huzzah, so you can see that the B2s were previewed, both their cards. They have gained a crit for four expertise in melee, which I'm sure is going to be amazingly useful to them in every single way. But more crucially, they have gained the Countless rule, which is a form of a zombie ability. I'm not going to go all the way through the ins and outs just now. I've done a video explaining the zombie abilities and their sort of pitfalls and things, and we're going to see how that plays out. And then, if we scroll down, we will find the new General Veers, which Oro is running. I'm sure he can explain more about what's changed, but off the top of my head, the key things are all stormtroopers gain a bonus defense dice at all times, and the timing has changed on his We Are the Storm, so that it happens at the start of General Veers' activation rather than at the end, which most people reckon to be a fairly significant buff. So just wanted to explain that for you first of all. I'm going to hide those now, but rest assured we will both be referencing them throughout the game. Obviously, the cards on the screen are wrong, and I should also say the B1 battle droids have lost a point of health, so the overlay will be slightly wrong. It also showed 9; they have 8 health. They do have 3 wounds now instead of 2 as well, so there will be some things like that. I'll flag them up as they come along for us in the game, and we'll sort of try and work around the UI issues. And then, furthering the theme of trying to play the bleeding edge of the meta, we are playing on strategic positions. Partially because I think it might be good for my list, and partially because I feel sure that lots of people at the upcoming GTs will be taking strategic positions, and right now I am not across how I should be deploying on it. This was my mission. Oro took Sabotage Showdown, and then very graciously agreed that we can pretend that I had definitely won the roll off so that we have a more interesting game. So it is as if I've won the roll off and I'm going first with my choice of mission. In terms of the list, it is my separatist list that you'll be familiar with if you have been following around the channel. But instead of the Magna Guard, we've got the B1 Battle Droids, which I'm trying to showcase today. And then instead of Mr. Jango Fett, I've taken Kraken. Not because I think Kraken is better than Jango Fett in a vacuum, but I think if you're using the zombie B1 Battle Droids, you want as many out of activation movements, dashes to get them onto places, back onto points if they get shoved off, whilst of course they remain alive. And Kraken brings 2, one on his tactic and one on his activated ability. I think that's all from me, so we go over to Oro. Tell us about your list, Oro.
Hiya, my name is Ouroboros. I play bad guys, and these particular bad guys are the glorious, the fantastic, the beloved General Maximilian Veers Tactical Genius. And if you are on Twitter or Blue Sky, you should immediately follow Veers Watch, the up-to-date account of if Veers is in any particular piece of new Star Wars media as it comes out. But General Maximilian Veers, accept no substitutes. Having decided that I'm playing General Maximilian Veers, except no substitutes, I have built the rest of the list around him. And obviously, what I'm taking is as many stormtroopers as can physically be shoved into a list. So I've taken the 2 good stormtrooper supports, which is Death Troopers and Shore Troopers. Death Troopers are running near Veers because Veers doesn't have a way to move himself, and so quite likes being near Death Troopers, so he can take a shot and use that to move. Veers is a 7-pointer, at least for now. And so I needed a 3-point to run under him. So the obvious 3-point secondary for an all Stormtrooper list is Stormtrooper Sergeant, who has the original version of Fixer's power. You know, before it was cool, it was Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers that are near other Stormtroopers can get extra dice using coordinated offensive. So that should be useful because I've chocked this list full of Stormtroopers. On the other side, the other good Stormtrooper support is Shore Troopers, who have 8 health and protection and steadfast when they're on an objective, and they have a pin on 1 on their tree, all of which are nice things that you like to see. Death Trooper Escort, let's be frank, he's not good for a Stormtrooper. He's good regardless of being a Stormtrooper. He's a fantastic, really strong secondary character. I take him in most of my Empire lists, and I'm always happy to see him. And here he is again. And then I needed an 8-point to cap all that off. And there isn't an 8-point Empire primary that particularly interacts with Stormtroopers. Could have taken Krennic, didn't want to. But Moff Gideon is an 8-point Empire primary who he's like peanut butter. He goes with everything. He doesn't particularly care if you're Inquisitors or Stormtroopers or Scouts. He doesn't need any tags other than Empire. He just works. He makes your opponent's life a little bit harder by forcing them to pay extra to reserve. He's got Long Live the Empire, which means he can be doing 2 things on his turn. He dashes himself and a friend all for free on his tactic. Moff Gideon, he's just solidly decent, and I think he'll play very well with the Stormtroopers that we've got. The exciting thing that Veers can do is prepare for surface attack, which is the only thing in the game that lets you control what your first activation is going to be, potentially. At the end of setup, you can search your order deck for any Stormtrooper. I have picked Stormtrooper Sergeant, and you just pop them straight into reserve, and you have the option, if you like, to just activate them first. Also, whatever you've popped into reserve gets to have a little dash. And Stormtrooper Sergeant has indeed had a little dash, and I found, to my surprise and delight, that you can deploy on strategic positions in such a way that Veers and his squad lock down one objective, the other squad locks down the other corner objective, and a dashing Stormtrooper Sergeant can just about get into range of the sort of near home objective. And so I'm starting in control of all 3 objectives on my side of the table, which normally you would require infiltrators or pawns or something. But it can also be done with Veers, which is good to know if we are, as we are all hoping, heading into the Veers meta.
Very nice. Very nice. Beers matter indeed. Okie dokie. Let's flip over that first struggle. We did not get the awkward one, which is interesting. So this is strategic positions, and we are learning that Oro has the clustered left-hand flank on here towards him, and I have the Lonely Island right-hand point, which is somewhat egregious to get to over by me. Okay, that's the game we're going to play. Right, let's go. So, my top card, yes. Count Dooku, Separatist Leader. Fair enough, we will play Count Dooku. So Dooku's start of his activation, he gets his leader of the Separatist army. Choose another allied Separatist character within 3. Each character in this unit and the chosen character may have a dash. So we're going to come along here at these B1 battle droids, and then we're going to fight the tool to make it stay along the ground. And we're going to dash them toward this near far home point. Yep, happily taking that. Very good. And then Count Dooku gets to do a little dash. Come on. No. There we go. Splendid. Then we will do a move. with Dooku. Whoop. Followed by a take cover one, imagine. Oh, there's a... My Force Lightning is only going to be range 4, isn't it? So your up-moving man is not going to have brought himself into range of that, so that's fine. Count Dooku will take cover. And of course we've left deploy on, so he's teleported to the stratosphere. Fortunately, the movement tool... Oh, no, where's he gone? I've lost track.
My error message says he has fallen through the world, so I'm just going to rewind time a tiny bit.
Right, good. Love Tabletop Simulator. Hopefully that'll load back in. It really is the worst way to play, but also the only way that Oro and I can get games in with any regularity.
Right, is he back? Yes, he's back. He's over there.
So he needs to do his dash, followed by his normal move. I'm told that slow television is a genre. Deployment mode is actually off now, right?
No, because we rewound time. It was back on. It's now off.
Splendid.
But when we rewound time, we reset everything that happened in that 10 seconds.
And Count Dooku will have a... Seems to have wound up a little further forward. Maybe I moved him a bit more nicely this time. Still well out of range of his attacks. Count Dooku will have a hunker. And I'll click on my hunker. And I realise I haven't really thought about my stances. Dooku is on the correct stance by accident. Do you mind awfully if I flip Asajj's stance? I forgot to do it.
I don't mind at all. Do you mind awfully if I flip Moff Gideon's stance?
No, feel free. Yeah. Good, good, good. And that is my turn completed. So I will lay claim to the 3 objectives that I am on.
I shall lay claim to the 2 objectives I am on.
And we shall move over to your turn, Monsieur Otto. Will it be top deck or will it be Stormtrooper Sergeant?
It will be Stormtrooper Sergeant. And he takes his tactic. He gets to advance both bodies of an Empire support, but they take a damage as the cost. The Death Troopers are gonna advance. Allow the movement tool to bend, please. Okay, I'm going to check if the Death Trooper has gotten in range of Count Dooku. He has, but he's not gotten in range of the objective.
Splendid.
But Count Dooku's hunker falls off,
It certainly
which
does.
is important. No. I am going to focus with Stormtrooper Sergeant. He has Sharpshooter from Only Imperial Stormtroopers Are So Precise. Within range of Count Dooku, there is another Stormtrooper. So I get an extra dice for that. So I have a base of 6 attack dice. 6 plus 1 for focus, plus 1 for Only Imperial Stormtroopers Are So Precise, and plus 1 for coordinated defensive. I'm going to be rolling 9 dice into Count Dooku as a ranged attack.
Very good.
My expertise turns into a crit and a pin, so I have 4 hits, 2 crits, and a pin.
I have 2 blocks and 2 crits to misses.
Okay, so I'm going 2 down my tree plus a pin.
Yep.
And 2 down my tree plus a pin will be a heal. I'm just going to see if I'm in range to give that out to
Oh,
the Death
sorry.
Troopers. I'm not.
Bear with me. It was 2 normal hits, yeah?
I got 4 normal hits and 2 crits, and you said you had 2
Yeah.
blocks and 2 crits
I'm
to
going to
miss.
spend 2 force to turn your normal hits to misses.
I see. In that case, you are merely pinned.
Yes.
I am going to declare supporting fire.
Yep.
And dash towards, or dash in any direction I like, but I have failed to take that objective,
Indeed.
but I have moved things up the field, put a pin on Count Dooku, and bled a little force off you.
Yes, 2 force.
So I'm not desperately disappointed with that turn, and I will score my 2 and over to you.
I'm just mentally reminding myself and you that characters within 2 of inactive objectives have cover 1. I don't think Dooku was within 2 of an inactive objective, but also, I didn't check.
He can't have been within 2 of an inactive objective because it was standing on an active objective.
Oh, very well. They're all definitely more than 2 away. Splendid.
There is a point that is within 2 of 2 separate objectives, but I don't think you're there.
Very good. Let us see what my next... Oh, you score your... You've done that. Splendid. Let's see what my next card may be. It's the B1s. They know that they are going to be the stars, possibly, of today's episode. So they've decided to come out now to play. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Well, we're going to have a struggle, boys, because I can't get the B1s up this ladder in any way, because of course the big base can't be placed on this platform. So that's fun and exciting.
So I God made the climb action, right?
So yes, yeah. So let me have a proper old think about this one. Yeah. I think what's going to happen is this B1 here is going to Wile E. Coyote his way to over here. Yep. And then the B1 on the ground is going to come up and reinforce Dooku on the midpoint. Don't think you're in range of anything there, but that's okay. And then this B1, I mean, it's a B1, so genuinely, what is it going to do? Nobody knows, but he's going to have a... he's going to take a shot at the Death Trooper, who is immediately in front of him. He gets a 7 dice ranged attack. He is nowhere near any aqua units. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll hot, please. Two expertise
With
is a
range
feeble
attack,
single hit.
right?
Yep, ranged attack.
Sorry, I have an extra defense dice I'd forgotten about. Because I have playing Veers, and so all my stormtroopers have an extra defense
They
dice.
certainly do.
3 blocks.
Okay, well, I have 3 hits and a single crit, so as usual, the B1s failing to discover the second square on their tree and get their reposition, which is, if you've ever spent any time playing B1s, this is what B1s do. So take your 1 damage from the B1s, and we'll move on with our lives.
I'll take no damage because I have protection.
Oh, very well, sir. No one is within 4 of all characters in this unit, so we don't get to do combat AI protocols. And that, as they say, is that. But I feel I've consolidated my position, so I will score 3. 1, 2, 3. Over to you, Oro.
Let's see what I get off the top of my deck. It's Death Trooper Escort. Okay. I will start by using his tactic. He gets to select himself or a friendly Galactic Empire supporting unit.
Yep.
All models in the unit can dash, or if they have any damage on them, they can reposition.
Yep.
So both of the Death Troopers are going to reposition.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I know what I'm doing. DT, let's do some measuring. I'm allowed to freely measure. I'm allowed to have a measurement tool and a movement tool out at any one time. So yes, if DTE can get to the top of that ladder, he can shoot your B1s.
Very good.
So DTE is going to start with a move action, which he's going to use to advance. He's then going to spend a dot of force
Yep.
to do a dash and also focus, or to be very precise, he dashes and then if he gets a dash and then if he uses that dash to dash, he gets a focus. It was recently pointed out to me that if you use the dash to clear a pin, you don't get the focus.
Ah, very good, yes, yep.
Very fine distinctions, but upon such things, much turns. Just checking I'm legal from that ladder. Yes, very happy with that. So I'm up here, I've dashed, I've advanced, I'm focused. I also have sharpshooter because only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise.
Shooting the B1s,
And
yep.
at the B1s, and within 5 of the B1s, there are 2 additional units of Stormtroopers. So I get 2 more dice. So I'm 7 base, 1 for focus, 1 for sharpshooter, 2 more for 2 nearby friendly Stormtroopers for a total of 11 dice into your B1s.
Very good. I
And of
mean,
course I rolled 6 misses.
I have 3 blocks, so good. Also
I,
notice,
I
I rolled 1 expertise. I have won
it,
nothing.
I have 6 hits, you have 3 blocks, so I am going 3 down my tree.
Very good.
I am going to do you 3 damage, disarm you, and push you twice.
3 damage, disarm, and a pair of pushes.
I'm going to do that. Do you agree that that is pointing towards Death Trooper Escort?
Yep.
So I can do any pushes that do not cross this Rubicon. Maybe I need to go slightly there. The second push is just going to hit you into this foot.
Very good.
There you go. And you stop there. And I do not think there can be any contestation that you are off that objective and that two of my bods are now on that objective.
Yep.
And so I shall claim that I will end my turn, claim that objective, and score 3,
Yep.
putting it 2 to my side. Over to you.
Over to me. Oh, very well. I will draw the aqua droids. Interesting. So, that's the thing with this mission. You often end up things on this side of the table going, well, what could we possibly achieve? Hmm. Hmm. Not nothing. Let me see. Your death. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, okay, we'll play the aqua droids. We're going to spend a force for calculated advance, so each character in the unit may dash, and the unit then immediately gains a focus action. This fella is going to dash to this ingress point here. Yeah, that way. Get a bit more further that way, but not that far. Things that are very straightforward when you're playing physically. That will do. This fella, I think. Does have a big base, but I don't think he's going to get over to that
Phil, can you hear me, and did you hear me on the phone to my mother-in-law?
I didn't hear you on your phone for your mother-in-law, but you do now sound like the tumble drago in the background. Do I think he can make it all the way over to that back point? With a move and a dash and the fact that he has a big base. Possibly not. Do I want to get him up the field anyway? Possibly. So we will go for it. And now we're going to do a full move. Pop. That is going to bring us into shooting attack range, isn't it? If it does anything at all. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Cool. And then we will declare the attack action. The Aqua Droid is going to punch the Death Trooper. And he is currently contesting the objective as well. The Aqua Droid is going to punch the Death Trooper. He is focused. He has impact 1. So that is an 8 dice attack coming into the Death Trooper. Oro. I will pause the recording, folks, just till Oro gets back. Right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. So, like I said, 8 dice melee attack. Let's go.
Yep. Extra dice for defense because General Veers is on the field.
That is a very good roll.
I have 3 blocks.
I have 5 hits, 2 crits. So I get the privilege of going 4 down my tree.
Yes.
Okay. And you have protection, but not steadfast?
Protection but not steadfast, precisely so.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do the 5 damage, which you take down to 4, a disarm, a single shove, and a dash.
Cool.
I want to shoot you, so I don't actually think I'm gonna shove you. I'm going to take my dash, assuming that there's somewhere there my base can actually land. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. And then this other battle droid over here is going to shoot at the very same Death Trooper. So that is another 8 dice attack, because he doesn't have impact 1, but he has an extra dice on his card.
6 dice to defend now because it's 5 pumped up to 6 with Veers instead of 4 pumped up to 5. But a less good result, only 2 blocks.
Well, I have rolled an interesting result. My 6 expertise gets me a crit and hit, so I have 2 crits and 2 hits.
Well, I have 2 blocks, so you have 2 crits and go 2 down your tree.
That will be 3 damage, which you reduce to 2, and a
Which
shove.
is just enough.
Ah, splendid. So I wound you, and I gain a shove. I'm not going to shove you. Cool. So I will gain a momentum, and because you are dead from it, I will flip that objective.
Yep.
And then I will score 3. Over to you, Oro.
Okay, let's see what I get from the top of my deck. It's General Veers. Dun, dun,
Hey.
dun, 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 dun. Wonderful. Okay, I'm definitely taking General Veers. I'm just gonna have a look at my.
Are you going to be using his We Are the Storm, which is now at the
I
start, isn't it?
Yes, I don't believe it's May. I think I must use We Are the Storm.
Oh, very well.
It's just a matter of deciding which objective to use We Are the Storm on. Okay, this one up here, no one is contesting it.
Nope, I moved the Aqua Droid out of the way.
Okay, this objective here, only the B1s are contesting it.
Yep.
The B1s have taken 3 damage.
Yep.
Since you have their card available, their new card,
Yes.
does Countless have the text by an enemy attack?
No, when this
Or does
unit
it just
becomes
say
wounded after the effect is resolved.
right? I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to say, where can I hurt you worst? And I'm going to hit you there. So I'm going to target Count Dooku's objective.
Right. So
Each enemy character
yeah.
within 2 of that objective
Yeah.
may dash.
Yeah. And then just read me the whole thing.
Okay. Each enemy character within 2 of the chosen objective may dash. Then each enemy unit within 2 of the chosen objectives suffers 3 damage, and each allied unit within 2 of the chosen objectives suffers 1 damage. Finally, if there is a control token on this objective, remove that control token.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna certainly dash the aqua droids. Although, yeah, they will just be out of 2. That's okay. So yeah, I'll take that free movement bump on the aqua droids. Let me think. Does Veers move friends as well on his turn? He does, doesn't he?
He does.
He takes a secondary or a stormtrooper and dashes both of them. So, okay. So if I leave Dooku there, you can move up Stormtrooper Sergeant and then body me with Veer. Does Veers get a dash for himself?
Veers does not have a way to dash himself, but I could spend a force to have him use the supporting fire dash from the Death Troopers if he made an attack.
Okay, sure, yeah, and then you can body me that way. Is it worth? This is a real thinker of a. This is a real thinker of a thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Because like a dash isn't. It's like a. It's not pure downside, right? Because like I'm getting to dash towards your table half, which is good because you have 2 objectives over there. Yeah, I'll send Dooku this way. There you go. I don't know if that
Okay.
was the best choice, but I've made it.
And then all control is removed from that objective.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Veers' tactic happens. I can choose an allied Galactic Empire secondary unit or stormtrooper unit. Each character in the chosen unit may dash.
Excuse me.
I will dash Stormtrooper Sergeant onto the newly vacated objective.
Yep.
Okay. Now Veers does actual things with his actual turn.
Yep.
He has a range 4 gun. No, he has a range 5 gun. Veers, your absolute legend. Still not in range of Dooku, but he is in range of the Aqua droids.
Hmm.
Right.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm cheating. Dooku is still here and has cleared his pin
And has 3 damage on it.
and has 3 damage on him. Yeah. If you decide to do something different with Stormtrooper Sergeant, you certainly may.
Don't think I do.
I think technically, actually, Stormtrooper Sergeant can't quite be standing there because Dooku was approximately where he is standing.
Let me put him back where he was.
Yeah.
You put Dooku back where Dooku was.
Dooku was effectively here because he was like on the front of and half on the objective, yeah. And then you can redo that. Sorry, I just forgot I had the pin.
It's fine. These things happen. Just slightly that way so he's not overlapping. Cool.
So
And yeah, that has created a tie on the relevant
it
objective.
has. So now presumably Veers wishes to do much different.
Yeah. Veers is going to advance.
Yep.
Veers is going to check. Nope, he has brought himself within 2 inches of the aqua droid. That is not what I wanted to do. I will undo that movement.
Very good. Be slightly
That
further
instead.
away.
There, right, grand. Okay, Dooku. No, first off, I'll use some force. For I will have results.
Yep.
Choose an allied stormtrooper supporting character within 4. That character may dash.
Yep.
And then may gain hunker, remove one condition of it from itself, or make a 5 dice attack.
Yep.
I don't. Yes, I will use that. Pardon me. I will use the dash. Let's just refresh all of that. I will use the dash. I'll use the dash to move out of melee range with Dooku, because meleeing Dooku is a bad idea.
Often, yeah.
And then I'll make a 5 dice attack targeting Dooku, because this will also have the effect of clearing my disarmed condition.
Very good.
2 hits and a crit.
Uh, 3 blocks and a crit to a miss, I'm afraid.
All right.
Deftly parrying your laser bolts with his saber.
It's fine. Veers is going to shoot the aqua droids, because there's no point shooting Dooku if he hasn't been softened up.
Very good.
We get to find out what 4 expertise is on General Veers' tray.
I have 1
4
block,
expertise
so it is
is
just your 4 expertise.
2 crits under damage.
Very well.
Um,
The damage is going to
so
be negated by my protection, effectively, so it's just 2 crits.
yeah. When all is said and all is done, and taking into account your protection, so please don't double count it, I shove you and do you 3 damage.
Very good, sir. Should we back onto the point? No?
No,
You
no.
might have done.
I shan't be doing that. I will spend a force to use the supporting fire from the wounded death troopers
Yep.
to give Veers a dash.
Yes.
Veers' turn concluded. There are now 2 living people on this objective of mine, 1 living person of yours. I take it.
Yep.
I score.
You do. You do. I seem to remember us both scoring 3 was how this went last time we tried to play this mission as well.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not it's not something that this mission has, it's something that's true of all 5 objective missions.
Oh.
If you just get
I've drawn
deadlock.
the Shatterpoint. I'm going to have to think about that for a hot minute.
Your chance to break the deadlock. If you can flip 2 points, score 4, then we start getting out of recurring.
Yeah. Okay. Are you? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I am very much going to be going with Count Dooku. He has his leader of Separatist army, so a Separatist character within 3 and himself can both do a dash. This Aqua Droid is within 3, so he's going to get to do a dash. Dashes to here, and I hope by the glory of big bases. Oh, maybe not. Just out. Sad. Sad. Let me just undo. If I change the angle here slightly. Yeah,
Yes.
there's your ticket. So he's going to head up here, claim that objective, and the Count is going to head in this direction. Yeah, we're going to take a good old swing at Stormtrooper Asajj on our way, because why ever not?
His 5 defense dice go up to 6 thanks to the presence of General Veers.
I get 7 dice plus 1 from the Aquadroids. 8 dice. Hmm. 2 expertise is 2 crits. So 4 hits, 3 crits.
4 blocks.
Okay, 3 crits. I will take 5 damage, an expose, and a reposition of Count Dooku.
Righto.
And Count Dooku is going to move to this ingress point and pop onto your objective. Yeah. And then have not actually use my move action because I got the reposition. So I will. Will I hunker or will I heal off a damage? You are a shooty list. I'm going to position a bit more sensibly on here, coming off that ingress point. And then I will hunker, because I think I will probably not be able to be removed of that hunker. There we go. And I flip 2.
You do?
Based. And I score 4.
Indeed.
1, 2. Come on. 2, 3, 4. Over to you, Oro.
Okay. I have Moff Gideon, both supports and the Shatterpoint here. I have 3 force left for the rest of my deck. And I get the Shatterpoint.
Yes, sir.
So we need to take a moment. Okay. I think this is the right way to do this. I'm using We Are the Storm on this objective over here.
Okay, so Shatterpointing Veers, yep.
Sorry, yes, I'm Shatterpointing General Veers.
Yep.
I'm using the We Are the Storm on this objective over here. I think that's what I should have done last time. We skip all of the bit of you making decisions and all of that. I'm just turning your control off.
Yep. Makes sense.
Of the point that you don't have guys on.
Yep, makes sense.
So next turn, you have a problem of getting some guys over there.
Yep, makes sense.
Then Veers' tactic happens, and I can dash.
I don't know that it was the wrong move, because it did help you take this point last time, so...
It did, yeah. I get to dash a secondary or a stormtrooper. Now, all of my secondaries are stormtroopers, but that wouldn't be true of every list.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm going to dash Stormtrooper Sergeant. Good old, resilient, reliable Stormtrooper Sergeant. He's done sterling work already this game. Let's have him do a bit more work. I will now check if that dash has gotten him in range of that objective. Alas, it hasn't. Oh well.
He strikes.
Okay. Veers is going to spend a force, and this Death Trooper here is going to dash and make a 5 dice attack.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, not into there, he isn't.
No. No. Irritating. Irritating.
You played yourself.
I have indeed played myself. Yeah, the really irritating thing is if I hadn't put Stormtrooper Sergeant there, this would put him in position to contest that.
Yes. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
My blunder
Instead, I
of the
should
game
dash
was when
him
I
to
put
there.
Stormtrooper Sergeant next to a box.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Oh, we'll see. I could do worse blunders. Trust me, I am capable of the most terrible blunders. In any event, I dash this Death Trooper to here. He ascends. He's then going to make a 5 dice attack into your B1s. I do
Roger, Roger.
realize that if I kill them, they can just come back for
Yeah.
force.
You Roger, Roger the B1s. They get to roll 4 dice. Look at this. I mean, 3 blocks and that classic 1 expertise that they always roll on defense that goes in the bin.
Right, righto. I have 5 hits, so I'm going 2 down my tree.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, I shall do you 2 damage and a pin.
Okay, a character in this unit, not the one you're shooting at, but a character in this unit is contesting an active objective, so they have protection. So you do 1 damage and a pin.
Let me have a quick read of the card. Yep.
Oh no, it has protection. I'm sorry. So the
Is
one
that
you
the
shoot.
unit or the character, though?
While a character in this unit is contesting one or more active objectives, it has protection.
Yes. Does it refer to the character or the unit?
Well, this is one of those times, ladies and gents, where I'm going to pause the recording for a minute and consult the AMG Rules Forum. Bear with me. We have established, thank you to the AMG Rules Forums, that it refers to the individual character. Word of Mr. Thoras. So that's the rules. So they do not have protection. So I will take my extra. So how much damage did you do there?
I did 2 damage there. You had 3 to start with. You should be on 5
Right. Take
now.
those off. Put a 5 on. Yeah, there we go. Job done. Every day's a school day. Hey, Arrow.
Indeed. Hey. Now on to Veers' actual actions. Veers is gonna shoot the B1s who are on the objective. These ones will have protection,
Yes,
but
they
it is
will.
there that I wish to apply any potential shoves.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Good. 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 Oh, for fuck's sake. 2 expertise, so a single block.
Okay. My 2 expertise become a crit, a hit, and a damage.
Well, you are a primary.
So I'm left with 5 hits, 2 crits, and a damage. You have a single block,
Yep.
so I go down to 4 hits, 2 crits, and a damage. So I'm going 6 down my tree. My tree is 5 long.
Yeah.
Uh, or 4 long if I take an alternative route.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I want to take the alternative route. I am going to go straight through the middle of my tree. So I am. Nope, no, I don't want to go straight through the middle of my tree. I'm going to go up and then through the middle. So that totals 6 damage, a
Yes.
strain, and 2 shoves, and also a heal for someone within 2 of Veers. But the Death Troopers can't have wounds removed from them, and Stormtrooper Sarge is out of range, so that heal goes to waste.
Yep.
I think I've killed you.
You have.
I'm also going to shove you twice.
Yep.
Okay, the first shove will bring you flush against the back of this terrain. Do you agree that?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So there, and then the second shove will take you off.
Yep.
Veers will follow up twice. Regardless of if you come back or not, I'm getting a momentum.
Yep. I will spend the force to immediately recover to injured, clearing all my damage and clearing this pin.
Okay. And then Veers is going to take a move action. You are not within 2 of the objectives, so I'm taking it from the wrong level.
Yep.
I have control of 2 objectives. So do you, and 1 is uncontested.
Yep.
I drag it back to the middle. We both gain a momentum. Over to you.
My go. Okay. Let's see who I achieve. Asajj Ventress. Asajj is, I think, precisely the one character I do not want. So I'm going to reserve Asajj. I'm running low on the old force.
And it costs you 2.
Oh, you've got Moff, haven't you?
I have.
Am I still going to reserve Asajj for 2 force? Yeah. For anyone playing along at home, my force on the tabletop are not showing correctly for me, but the force in the overlay, I have 1 force left. Let's put Asajj in reserve, and then let's see. This is either Nossor or Kraken, either of which is actually pretty good. It's Nossor, that's absolutely fine. So he is going to use his scatter ability to dash a separatist. He is going to dash these B1s up this ingress point so they retake the objective.
I believe that will pop your strain.
Yep, they will of course take 3 damage. Yep, 2, 3, and the strain clears. And then Nossor is gonna see if he can get up there. I look like I can. Sure, cool. Nossor is going to avail himself of the climb action. Yeah. And then I do not think he's left himself with any shootable animals. No, so he is going to hunker. And I think he's just going to hunker this way a little bit. There we go. Good. I have taken 2 points in that turn without rolling a dice, which is what we like to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine. That is mine. And I will score 3. 3? 4. 4.
Cool.
Over to you.
Okay. This is not looking good, but I'm not at the point where I need to be careful about not giving you momentum in my turn or having the really awful thing happen. Okay, it's Moff Gideon. I am going to make use of Smug Determination. Moff is going to dash, and he's going to give a dash also to his Shore Trooper buddy. Okay. Count Dooku Separatist Leader is within range of my ranged attack.
Very good.
I think I'm going. I'll make the attack without focusing, so I will leave myself a second action.
Okay. I'm hunkered on a piece of terrain, so I'm going to get 7 defense dice. Five blocks and a crit to a miss.
I have 4 hits and 2 crits, so I am going 1 down my tree. 1 down my tree is 2 damage.
Ah, the interface problems. There we go. There we go.
Okay. That has not gone as I wished it to. So I'm instead of doing my A plan, I'm going to position Moth as a tiebreaker into a good position for struggle 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to end my turn, avoid spending further force, conserve resources, and hope to be in a good place to take struggle 2 quickly because I have lost struggle 1.
Very good.
Over to you.
Makes sense. Over to me. Okay, so I have won this struggle. So, do I want a 1-force Asajj Ventress activation? Or do I want to go with Kraken? We will release the Kraken. He gets to start off by dashing both halves of a battle droid support. So we're going to dash the... this is where not having properly memorised the heat maps is slightly annoying. But he's going to dash the B1s, who, yeah, they aren't pinned, they're disarmed, aren't they? So he's going to dash the B1s up to here. And these B1s are just going to be on the point more thoroughly. And then I think this objective has a good chance of turning on from memory. So Kraken is going to focus and shoot at the exposed Stormtrooper Sergeant for an 8 dice ranged attack.
6 dice in defense because Veers is on the table.
Yeah.
Only 2 blocks come out of it, though.
Oof.
Oh, no, only 1 block. I'm exposed.
Yes, sir. 4 hits and 3 expertise, which is a crit and 2 hits. So 6 hits and a crit, 1 block. So 6 down my tree. That's yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is full tree. So we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, 2 shoves, a pin, and a free use of tactical network.
Sorry, how much damage?
5.
That kills me.
Yes. A pin as well. 2 shoves if I want them. Yeah, I don't really want to shove you because I'd just be shoving you back into range of this objective. But a free use of tactical network I will have. Is this B1 battle droid within 4? No, so that's wasted. In fact, well, I could have checked that before I shot. But there you go. I can't complain. I will take my momentum. I will score a billion things, and I will take the struggle.
Okay. I will flip struggle 2. Okay, Moff's point and the B1's point are on regardless. And I could either turn on Kraken's point and this Aqua's point, or this point currently controlled by no one and Nossery's point. I think the choice is obvious once I think about it that way.
Yep.
I've clicked it. Are things turning on? No, they are not.
No.
So let's do this manually. And that one. And if I roll 2 priority dice, let's see if something happens and things fall from the sky. Nope. Nope, we're doing this manually too.
Now, I want to address something with you, Ben.
Yeah.
There is a contentious argument in the community about this mission. When you roll 2 same priority dice as you've just done, do you believe that the unmarked objective is eligible to be selected or not? That is to say, the objective not marked with a symbol.
I am perfectly happy to play it either way.
As am
I
I.
do think that as written it is ambiguous. But my inclination reading it would be to construe the ambiguity to allow that point to be selected.
The last tournament I was at ruled that you couldn't. So I think that's probably the way the UK is going to go. But you have just rolled the double, so it's to your advantage. So if you'd rather play it that way, we will for this game. I really don't mind.
I've just rolled the double, so it is your selection.
Oh, okay.
So it would be the rule that you have said.
To be
is
honest,
the standard
neither
for
of us is
UK.
going to pick this contested point as the potential one.
I absolutely would, because Moff Gideon is a tiebreaker.
Ah, right. Well, but it's my choice.
You won't want to pick it. You will want to pick any point but that point. So what would you like the second priority point to be?
I'll pick this rear point underneath Nossery's crinkly butt.
And for struggle 3, or future things in this struggle, do you want that point to be eligible or not?
I think we should play not. I think that's the way it's going to end up going.
Okay. Right.
Let me know in the comments if you have a strong view on this issue, by the way. That's very handy to me.
Right. I think it's clear what's happening with 3 of these points. Let me just check if my shore troopers have remained in range of this point. Of course they
Uh,
haven't. Okay.
just to remind everybody, at the start of a unit's activation, if you're within 2 of an inactive objective, each character in the unit may dash. If they do not move, they then gain Impact 1 and Sharpshooter 1 until the end of turn.
Okay. I'm going to draw from the top of my deck, and I get Death Troopers. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. If I reserved them, it would cost a force, and I would get Shore Troopers. Shore Troopers can definitely take that point. Death Troopers can definitely take this point. All in all, it's probably better to save force and to have a dead unit come back. So I will activate the Death Troopers. Neither of them are within 2 of an inactive objective, so the mission rule does not have effect at this point. I am going to start my activation with an attack.
Into the B1s, yeah?
Yes, Stormtrooper Sergeant is now wounded, so the extra dice will cost a force if I want them. Let's see how many extra dice I'd get. I'd get 2 extra dice for a force.
I've rolled attack dice because I'm very stupid. There we go.
Yes, I will take 2 extra dice for a force. This is the one on the platform who is doing this attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, which one are you
Four
shooting?
hit. And the one on the objective.
Okay.
So it has protect.
2 blocks.
Okay. I go 2 down my tree, which will be 2 damage and a pin, which is 1 damage and a pin.
Very good.
The other one is now going to shoot that same unit of B1s,
Very good.
this time with 6 dice, because I can't use the reactive twice in a turn. What in God's name is 4 expertise? Oh, okay. Right. 3 hits, a crit, and a dash.
I have a mighty 3 blocks, so you get a crit and a dash.
Right. I shall do you a damage and a disarm, which I believe becomes 2 damage, which then becomes 1 damage
Yep.
due to your
Protection, yep.
protection. Okay. This objective is all tied, so I will need to use my second action to move. This one is going to take an advance action. Oh, unit as a whole takes a move action. This one who's on the ledge advances, drops down to here.
Yep.
The other one chooses not to move.
Yep.
And I take this point by weight of numbers.
Yep.
This becomes a red point.
Yep.
The point under Notary becomes a blue point.
Yep.
This point remains unclaimed, and this point becomes a red point. And I score 2.
I have to say, I was very scared at that point, because had you wounded the B1s, I did not have 2 force to bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm going to play my last card and then refresh my deck. I don't know if you knew that, but I was on the edge of my seat all through that combat action.
There's a reason I spent the force to give them the 2 extra dice.
Yeah. Cool. Right, we're going to play Asajj with only 1 force, so she's a little bit sad. We're just going to see. We're going to take our full move here. We're going to pay our 1 final force for a force jump. We do not get to wallop. That is so sad. Man, what an amazing Asajj Ventress turn this has been. I do take the point because there's 2 of me now. I do
Yep.
have another action with which I will, I don't know, cry. I will heal a point of damage off the aqua droids.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll flip this point and score 2, 2,
2.
2. 1, 2. We hit the 0. And then I refresh my deck.
Cool. Right. It's the Shore Troopers. They Ooh, that's okay. The Shore Troopers take the move action. One of them climbs.
Yep.
And one of them advances.
Yep.
They're then gonna. Is that worth it? What are the? Okay, so the options are to take an attack with this one and give him an extra dice for a force,
Yeah.
or to have this one expose himself and use for the Empire to shove the Aqua Droid, or I spend a force for a dash, my last force for a dash, and a hunker that immediately falls off, and then both of them can make attacks. I think that last one is the best option for all that it seems a little wasteful. So I spend a force for defensive maneuvers. This one dashes. This one also dashes. This one shoots the aqua droids.
Very good.
Two hits, two crits.
4 blocks and a crit to a normal.
Right, so I'm left with one crit that goes through. Take a damage and a pin.
I have
You'll ignore the
protection.
damage, but you'll take the pin.
Yeah.
And the other one's gonna fist fight. Yeah.
Okay. Same for defense attacks. The exact same result, I'm afraid. 4 blocks and a crit to a normal.
I have 4 hits, so that does nothing at all.
Phenomenal good defense dice rolling, I'm afraid.
That's all right. Before I rolled any dice or spent any force, I'd taken both these points.
Yes,
So
certainly.
I'm okay with that attack having been slightly anemic. Looking at the other options for using the force, I don't think any of them would have been better. I score 3.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Over to me.
And I flip my deck, shuffle my deck,
Asajj again.
fresh all my 4.
Right. Okay. How much health does a shore trooper have?
8 and protection and steadfast.
Right. So we're not killing them. Okay. Just looking at the other side of my card. Okay.
Yeah, the side that you prefer, it has lots of fun things on it, but what it does not have is shoves, right?
She doesn't often need shoves because of her force push, but at
Yeah.
this moment in time, I'm contemplating my options.
Well, if you can get one of us off this point, you take it because you then have 2 people to 1. You do not
Yeah,
need to get both of us off this point.
I do not think there is a credible way that I'm taking both of the. I would need to kill the shores to take both, which is they got 8 with protection.
8 plus protection, so you would need 9.
Which is like possible, but not very probable. But if I try it, and I fail, then I can spend the force to force push Moff Gideon and still take this point. So I can try and fail and still fall back to flipping 1. So I guess I'll try the cool dumb thing, right? That shore trooper has the misfortune of being within 5 of 2 aquatic units. So I will have 2 bonus dice. And I will stab you with a 10 dice attack. With Asajj Ventress. Do I want to focus for an 11th dice? Yes, I do. Go, Asajj. Well, yeah, that's not bad. I have 7 hits and 3 crits.
I have 3 blocks.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear. So I got 8 down my tree, so I full tree. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, and a pin, and a free use of my force push.
Where does
Additionally,
the damage come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Obviously
6,
9 is enough.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, yes, indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
9 damage onto me. You've successfully wounded me.
Yeah. I could refresh a force, but I've not spent any. I do get a free use of an activated ability, so I will also be force pushing Moff for free. So 3 away. Whoosh. Goodbye, Moff Gideon. And then Asajj will. Let me see. Yeah, she will spend 1 for a force jump. Force jump to the ingress. And then use her move action to stand.
She focused.
She did focus. Ah, I will spend another one for the second force jump. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not a matter of honesty. It slipped your mind.
Debit a second force. I now score. This one becomes blue.
I believe you're scoring 4. You control 3 and both priorities.
Yes, that's how that works.
I am therefore
1,
removing
2,
both priority
3,
markers from the
4,
board.
and there's no roll button.
Nope. I shall roll. It's my turn that this happens in, doesn't it?
I think so. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it matters because it matters who's the inactive player.
Uh, I will have the thing here somewhere. A player. If there are no primary objective tokens at the start, yes, it is you. So
It's
you
the start of
roll
the
at the
turn.
start of your turn. But there are no choices to make. It is not a Reese point again, and then the one over on this side by the B1s and the Death Troopers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what I get. Stormtrooper Sergeant wakes up.
Oh, you're on the wrong side of the board, lad.
Yep. And so is the living support. Nope. Reserving him.
Yep.
And flip. And shore
Sure,
troopers.
they can do work, yep.
Yep, that's just what we want to see. Wonderful.
Yeah.
The shore troopers wake up. They clear their damage. They didn't have any conditions to clear. Right, shore troopers. Quite possibly robots in disguise. Who could say?
They can't both shove, can they?
No, for the Empire
Yeah.
is
Is one of them.
is one of them. I could for the Empire and then make an attack.
Yeah, yeah.
For the Empire will, however, cost 2 force.
Yes, that's true.
They are wounded. And
Just thinking, because if you could get both points without rolling any dice, that would be elite.
yes, of course.
Alas.
I think I'm going to take an attack action,
Good.
do an attack against each of them, and then see where I stand at the end.
Very good.
Uh,
Who's you doing first?
I'll do the attack into the aqua droids first.
Very good.
I appreciate I have the option to spend a force for. Let's see how many extra dice it would be before I decide if I wish to do it. So it would be 1, 2, 3 extra dice. Oh, go on, go on. I'll have it. I'll have it. 3 extra dice for a force, so going from 5 up to 8. 8 dice into the aqua droids. Surely this must do something.
Well, I've rolled appallingly, so I have a single block and a pointless crit to a normal.
Okay, I have a crit and 3 hits, so it goes down to just 3 hits when
Yep.
all is said and all is done.
Yep.
And I am going to do you 3 damage, which you will reduce to 2, a pin, which I think might become a 3rd damage on
Yep.
its own, and a shove.
Yep.
And the nice thing about your big bases is it means you get shoved further.
It certainly does.
That point's mine now.
It certainly is.
And let's try the attack into Asajj Ventress.
Okay,
This one is just...
if you roll a miss, you take 2 damage. Just so you know.
And you've got nasty things on your defensive expertise. Oh no, that's the other side, isn't
Yeah,
it?
nothing nasty on my defensive
Just,
expertise. No.
defenses.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm willing to risk 2 damage. Oh lord. I have a crit and a hit. I'm imagining you just ignore all of that.
5 blocks and a crit to a normal.
Yeah. But
Well,
that's what I thought.
that's what ought to happen when a stormtrooper tries to melee a dual red saber wielding Sith lady, I imagine.
Okay.
But you can now push me for 2 force and take the
I
objective.
can now push you for 2 force and action and exposing myself.
True, there's a lot of cost.
Oh, did you riposte me, by the way?
Oh, did you roll a miss? Yes, take 2
Yes.
damage.
It's free for you, isn't it?
It is free for me until I become wounded.
Okay, and
Diceless.
off you go,
Yeah.
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah. She'll be back.
It's expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I will take both of these and score 3.
Yeah, you will.
Over to you.
Over to me. Okay. The B1 battle droids. I mean, don't know if it is, boys. I could move the other B1s onto that objective that I do not have.
You could, and it would remain my objective.
This does not seem compelling. I could try and attack Death Troopers who would not die
You
because
could,
I'm B1 battle droids.
and I have protection.
So, I will spend 2 force, noting that you have Moff Gideon, to reserve the B1 battle droids, and I will use their ability. Well, I guess I'm in charge now to reserve them straight to the basement. So they're going to go to the bottom of the deck. Oh, no, hang on. Just taking Asajj's card. Come on, 1 card. There we go. Flip that. And then put all of those back on there. Good. And then draw the top card. The top card. The top card. There we go. Nossery. Fan-tastic. So, due to the recent change to the rules, I cannot now reserve Nossery, even though my reserve slot is empty. And I'm just thrilled about that. So, we must play Nosa. Okay. The B1s are pinned, so I'm not moving them. There is Mr. the Count Dooku over there. So, between Count Dooku and Nosser, I could take a point, but that does mean leaving this back point then totally unguarded. Do I wish to do that? Right. Okay. Yeah, just in. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we're going to do for Nosseri's tactic scatter. We're going to reposition Mr. Count Dooku because he has some damage on him, so it's a repo rather than a dash. He's going to come in here to hopefully contest this point.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Nosser himself is going to take a shot into the exposed shores with 2 damage on them already and see what he can achieve. So that is going to be 6. There's an aqua within 5, so 7 dice attack.
Additional defense dice for Veers.
Well, it's a good roll. Comes out as
3
5
blocks.
hits and a crit, 3 blocks, so a crit and 3, a crit and 2 hits, a crit and 2 hits. So I can go 3 down my tree. You remembered you were exposed, yeah? Yeah, you did.
I did. I didn't roll any expertise.
Did you have protection?
I am steadfast while I'm on a point.
Yeah, okay. So we're not going to do 7 damage. The most we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will do, yeah. Okay, we will do 4 damage, and a disarm, and a repo and a heal.
I'll take 3 damage.
Yep.
And a disarm.
Take my repo. Ah! Why is the camera lock? Hang on. Yep. Actually, I'll go there and take the 1 inch off the bottom of the ingress point. It's going to get me slightly further. Yep.
Okay. Yep, that's gotten you in range without you needing to use your move.
Yeah. And then, can I put my heal onto anyone I care about? No. I'm in range of the objective and I have an extra activation. Not a lot of point hunkering, really, is there?
It would immediately fall off, yes.
Yeah. Literally, there's no point to doing anything with that second activation. That's kind of sad. So I may as well hunker just to slide into base to base with your fellow here and be on the point, I guess. Be a bit further up the field. So I take this objective here, which I have now covered in miniatures to make it really difficult for me to flip. And I score a mere 2.
Puts it in the center.
Hits the 0.
Momentum for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over to you.
I'm going to do some measuring before I decide whether I'm activating. Oh, actually, yeah. I'm going to do some measuring before I decide whether I'm activating Stormtrooper Sergeant out of reserve.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Noting that, and then noting this. Noted. Noted. Right. Is that the move? Could very well be the move, couldn't it, lads? Yeah, hell with it. Okay, I activate Stormtrooper Sergeant. He does a point of damage to the Shore Troopers, allowing each of them to take an advance. This advance turns into a dash because he's engaged.
Yeah.
He dashes to the bottom of that ladder, places himself within an inch of the ladder, which is also within 2 inches of the objective that Nosseri so foolishly abandoned.
Yep.
This one will just position himself completely on the objective that he's holding down.
Yeah.
And then we go into Stormtrooper Sergeant's turn,
Yep.
which, sorry, the first thing I should do is he should have removed all his damage and one condition and flipped to injured.
Yeah.
Then I check range. I am in melee range with the B1 battle droids. I didn't really want to be. Um, Given I am in melee range with the B1 battle droids,
Yes.
it would take. Yeah. Given that I am in melee range with the B1 battle droids, I will focus and hit.
Oh, very well. I'll roll my 3 defense dice.
Um, I I have lots of cards left in my deck. I don't think I can afford to spend for extra dice, even though it would be a lot of extra dice. Hopefully, this is enough.
Have a single block.
Okay. I have a crit and a pin.
Right. Well, you get
So
a damage off your pin.
yep, and a damage and a heal off the crit, and I don't quite kill you, do I?
Well, I have protection because I'm on a point.
Oh, right. So
So
it's not even close.
so 1 damage for me and a heal for you is what comes out there.
Yep, and the heal isn't even useful. Oh, dearie me. Well, the thing I wanted came from the tactic.
It did.
Um, so I will flip this objective.
Yeah, and score 3, 4, 3.
4. I have 3 objectives, and I also have both priority
Yeah,
objectives.
you do.
So I score 4. And take that to there.
Right. My
And
go.
you get to roll priority.
Uh, roll these dice one at a time.
Okay.
I've rolled them both to the same results as they were
Yeah.
before. So it continues to be Nosari's point.
And
And
I
then,
select the other point, and the other point I'm going to select is going to be the one with the Death Troopers. So it is the same 2 priority points as it was before.
Yep.
Because I think that taking the one from the Death Troopers is much harder than taking the one controlled only by a 2 health model standing next to Asajj and Ventress.
Yeah. Count Dooku, separatist leader. I mean, okay. I need to go back and take that back point to stop you from scoring 3 for free, essentially. All right.
Yes, it's not hard to do, but I think you absolutely must do it. And I don't think Nossery can just do it with a dash.
Okay. So, we will consider our options here. So Dooku gets his Dooku dash for himself and a buddy within 3, which is going to be Nossa or the Aqua. Aqua's pinned, but there might be value in clearing the pin. Oh, I'm just going to pick this guy up for a minute because I want to measure the exactness of the point, okay?
Sure.
Nossary is not going to ingress onto the objective. That's not going to happen. And is he going to... Mind you, if I kill them, does Asajj take that anyway? Question mark? No. Can a dash from Nossery get him onto the point on the wrong level? Question mark. Also, no. Okay. These are all questions we had to ask. If we dash Nosser up the ladder, can certainly dash up the ladder. And I imagine be happily contesting this from the wrong level. But you said you thought not.
Oh no, Nossa can absolutely contest it, but you would need to exert Dooku energy killing.
Yes, yes, yes. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Dooku dash. Nossa's going to go over here, hit this ingress point, and be up here.
Yep.
No! Come on. Stay on the ground floor. Oh, I see the problem. Why?
You keep moving him on to where he can't be. That's perfectly legal and gets you everything you want.
Continue throwing my model in the air. Fine. Dooku's going to Dooku dash towards this ladder. I believe. Yep.
Yep.
So that puts him like here.
Mm.
Dooku's then going to execute the move action and greet your friend over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to apply lightsaber to face. He loses this honker. And then how many, if any, moist creatures can be relied on? No, and no, 0 moist creatures.
Okay, I have 3 blocks.
Uh, 3 hits and 2 expertise, so I just get my 2 expertise, which is fortunately 2 crits. How healthy are you?
I have 2 health left and protection, so you need 3 damage to kill me, but I can see
I can do
that all of your
precisely
options
3
do
damage.
exactly that.
I'll do.
Would you like a shove or a reposition?
You'll ignore the shove because you're steadfast.
Then you'd like a reposition, I imagine.
I'm not desperate on the reposition either, to be fair. But I'll do 3 damage and then I will.
Yep.
Shove.
Yep,
Repo
and
doesn't matter.
you're going to be scoring 3.
Yes, yes. So I take this one. I take this one.
It is the end of your turn, so I think this is an appropriate moment for me to mention this. It is 9:45. Do you want to turn on mission critical and get a point of momentum?
Hang on a minute. I scored 3. I get a momentum for not pulling it back onto my side. I get a momentum for killing a shore trooper. We do normally do mission critical, so I guess I'll have a 3rd momentum.
Cool.
I have a lot of momentum.
Yeah, you do. I draw. I flip. It is Death Trooper Escort. Death Trooper Escort can obviously walk over and take that point.
Mm.
But I don't think with the board as it is, he can flip 2 points. And I think if I don't flip 2 points, I'm about to lose the game. So I'm going to reserve him, even though my force is in a very perilous situation, and flip. And it is the Death Troopers. I really didn't want them. But the dice are what the dice are. The deck is what the deck is. I have no choice now. I must go with them. One of them can leave this point without desperately bad consequences. Okay. Right. Oh no. Oh, I think I've messed myself up.
Mm-hmm.
I think reserving Death Trooper Escort was a mistake, and now I've lost. Oh well. We power on through.
Because you can only do a short move because of the B1s.
We shall start with an attack action.
Yep.
Um, the one who is on my right, your left, is attacking the B1s. The one who is close to the center of the board is not attacking anything yet.
Right, good. Yep.
Okay. I wish I had 2 force, but given I only have 1 force, I think I may as well use it for extra dice now. And the number of extra dice is 2, so this will be a 7 dice attack.
I have 2 blocks.
Right, I have 5 hits and a crit, so that goes down to 3 hits and a crit, which is 4. You're quite close to death, aren't you?
You need to do 2. Well, I have protections. You need to do 3 damage.
I shall do you 4 damage, shove you twice, and disarm you, which I think might be another damage.
Yes. So you wound
So,
me.
and you're coming off the objective. Your choice whether you'd like to stay around,
Yes.
but I'm getting a momentum in any event.
I'm going to spend the 2 force to immediately heal 2 injured, clear all of my wounds, and clear up the pin.
Okay. The Death Trooper who didn't do a melee attack does a ranged attack into your Aqua Droids.
Very good.
I can't get the extra dice twice in a turn, and I'm out of force in any event. So just the 6 dice, which turns into 5 hits.
I have 3 blocks and a pointless crit to a normal.
Okay. That is 2 damage and a pin,
I have
which I think,
protection,
yes.
so it goes to 1 damage and a pin, which then goes to 2 damage, which leaves me alive on 1.
Yes.
Protection saved
Real
my life.
shame that. Yeah, it did. Okay. I have an action. Is there any way I can use that action to put out damage? No. I can move. I can move both of these models. I could move both of these models as advances, but I would not get to an objective. I'm just desperately thinking if there is anything I can do to not lose.
Hmm.
I do not think there is. If anyone sees watching back a thing I could have done with my last action here that would have had any useful effect on the game, please write in and tell me. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to pass my last action.
Oh.
I believe I recorded my momentum when I wounded the B1 battle droids.
I can't remember. I think so. I think I heard the sound. Yeah.
I
What?
score
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
I score a momentum for mission critical,
Yeah.
and it is your turn, and I think there is no way you can fail to win, though you may, of course, play it out to attempt to get a wound.
Oh man, your stuff's either dead or fine. Let's see who we draw. Kalani, super tactical droid. Okay, Kraken. Oh God, can't be bothered. Sure. Let's see here. No, he would have to. Stormtrooper Sergeant is up, isn't he?
Stormtrooper Sergeant is up unharmed on 9 wounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, 9 health.
Yeah.
Having 9 wounds would be a terrible thing.
Kraken will not take the dash. He will take the sharpshooter 1 from the being near this unactivated objective. He will therefore focus and make a shooting attack with 9 dice into Stormtrooper Sergeant.
Stormtrooper Sergeant will resist with 6 dice. Stormtrooper Sergeant has 3 blocks.
Okay, I have 2 expertise, which is a crit and 2 hits. So 3 blocks. So I go 3 down my tree. Fine. We'll do we'll do 3 damage, a pin, a push that I choose not to resolve, and a free use of tactical network. So take 3 damage and a pin, and then we'll
And then
just.
see if you can kill me with the Aquas.
Aqua's aren't in range of. It has to be within 4 of Kraken, so it's going to have to be a 5 dice from these B1s, unfortunately.
Oh, I see.
A 5 dice from the disarmed B1s, but you know, I'll roll the bones anyway.
Okay, 6 defense dice because Veers is on the table.
Yeah.
4 blocks.
Yeah, 3 hits, nothing happens.
Yep.
I clear my disarm. But I take the game anyway, as discussed. Yeah, and win in 2. Right. Okay. Okay. That was interesting. So I really felt that the B1s are certainly much better than they were. You know, because it felt like they were always a thing on the table. I didn't, but I think they were exerting pressure more than actually flipping things and doing things. Yeah, I don't know. How did you feel?
About the B1s,
Yeah,
they certainly didn't feel oppressive.
yeah,
I needed to bear in mind that they could not be permanently killed.
yeah,
I needed to bear in mind that wounding them was not a way to get them off objectives.
yeah,
But they still don't have steadfast.
yeah,
And so if you want them off an objective, you can shove them.
yeah,
And if you would like to knock them down and collect the momentum, you can do that.
yeah, yeah,
And tax your opponent a little force.
yeah,
And there were a couple, like, and a couple of times I was like, I've shoved them off, and now they've come off to be shoved off again. And you know what? I can shove them off and wound them. And yes, they can get back up, but it costs my opponent a little force, and I get a momentum for it. I didn't at any point feel like the B1s were a foot on my throat.
yeah,
Like, obviously, it's a that they could not permanently die felt like lockdown or tie breaking
yeah,
or steadfast. It was a thing you needed to bear in mind when you thought about ways to get them off an objective, but it closed down one of those options and only one, and the other 2 options of outnumbering them or shoving them remained very much in play.
yeah. And you managed to keep them pinned quite a lot as well, which was interesting. Because there were definitely times when I could have dashed them, and I was like, oh, they're pinned. So yeah. Um. It's just trying to weigh up in my mind where I think it's an upgrade for the list over Magners that have different qualities that they bring, right? But I did feel quite tight on force, but then I have to understand that that's you didn't wound any of my primaries or secondaries, which uh, you know is the strategy, right? Against a Dooku list is just to relentlessly wound the sports. Although you didn't actually manage to wound the Aquas close, but you didn't quite get them there on one there at the end. Um, yeah, your list. Hmm. Like Veers' ability being at the start of his turn definitely feels better, right?
Yeah.
Because that time that you used it to take that middle point, and I had to. It is quite a slow thing because you have to sit and think like you're giving your opponent a couple of dashes, so I was able to move a thing, which then later let me dash that droid and take a different point, right? And I cleared a pin on Dooku, um, but you were able to take a point from it. It's a bit of a mixed bag in that regard. Um,
I would be interested in trying New Veers out again for another run out.
yeah,
I think that a very strong use of it is shelling your opponent's home point.
yes, yeah,
Um, because either they have stuff on it, in which case you're just exerting a tax of damage,
yeah,
and dashing stuff forward off your home point, like it's not nothing, but it's dashing things so they are just still keeping your home point, which is probably what you would do. You get them forward, but they're taking 3 damage from it.
yeah,
You're pretty happy with that trade. And of course, and I think probably it is quite good to just turn off abandoned points.
yeah,
Exactly the same way that Grand Inquisitor would do it, except for free.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
You were rolling a lot of defense dice, um, but I think you just had poor luck with them. Like,
and you're rolling. Sorry,
go on.
it gives you rolling additional defense dice, but you're still rolling the additional defense dice with Stormtrooper expertise.
Yes,
Um,
yeah,
unless you take DTS, which I thought about and did not take. DTS has much better expertise and could get more bang for his buck out of each dice.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um, I don't. Having seen this in action now, um, there's so much more to come for the Stormtrooper archetype. In that, I think it puts a very different complexion on it once you're trying new Veers and also Night Troopers. Like that's exciting. Um, I think also we're going to get buffs to presumably snowtroop. Well, we know snowtroopers and presumably snowtrooper lieutenants. That's going to give you some more tools as well.
Mhm.
But I feel like today, with just Veers' card and everything else as it stands, yeah, I mean, I would definitely encourage you to give it another run out with Death Trooper Specialist and see how that feels. But yeah, I wasn't blown away by it.
And I don't. Um, Despite the intro I tried to give him to build him up, build a little heat. I don't think Veers has been buffed into the stratosphere.
Yeah,
I think they've taken a card that was probably the worst primary in the game, and they've
CT.
they've certainly given him a boost. Um, I think they've probably boosted him, assuming that everything else stays the same, because we've seen one side of one of his two
Yeah,
cards. Assuming his stances don't change, and I do take your point that we've seen that they showed us the B1 stances for a small change, so presumably that means that Sabe and Veer's stances don't change.
yes, yeah,
But assuming his stances don't change, his stances aren't great. He doesn't have great expertise.
yes,
Um, and assuming the other side of his card doesn't change, he remains a 7 point primary.
yes,
Um, so, I think if the only changes to Veers are the changes we have seen, I think they've taken a very bad primary and made him. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say mediocre, slightly below average.
B tier,
Um,
right?
B or high C. Nothing that lights the world on fire, and I don't think you would reach for him in building an all Empire Premier if these are the only changes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Unless, like I said, when the rest of the ecosystem changes around him, there might be something there.
yeah, and it is. He does get to move a lot of stormtroopers on his action because he gets to a tactic any one model that's a stormtrooper or a secondary, and then he gets to active. No, I'm looking at the wrong card.
Yeah,
He gets to tactic both models in a stormtrooper unit, and then he gets to active one model in the stormtrooper unit for another dash and a 5 dice attack.
yeah,
Um, which is a lot of stormtroopers moving around. Um, I do think that I think Death Troopers are pillow fisted, and every time I take Death Troopers out for a spin, I end up thinking they're pillow fisted because their tree is just a bit weak. Um, like their expertise is fine, their dice are fine, but we get two down their tree and you're going, oh, I'm doing 2 damage and a pin, or 1 damage, a disarm and a shove. Just it's
yeah,
they have a slightly weak tree.
yeah.
Um,
Yes,
uh,
I think Death Troopers are one of those things where if you could cluster up a big ball of stormtroopers and really get a lot of dice from Stormtrooper Sergeant, the back end of their tree gets kind of good, but they just need a little bit of help getting there. Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
I was very happy with Death Trooper Escort. Um, he had he had one turn because I reserved him the second time, which was almost certainly a blunder. But
Mm.
Death Trooper Escort's one big turn where he got Death Troopers where they needed to be, and then he came up and he just leaned over and made an 11 dice attack. That was extremely fun.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Death Trooper Escort is I mean, to one way of thinking about it, Death Trooper Escort is S tier. I'm reluctant to say that because I'm not calling him for him to be nerfed because he finds himself the pillar that is kind of holding up Empire success rates at this point. But he is. You just put him in every Empire list unless you're trying to be very very clever. It is an extremely powerful card.
I agree that he goes into every Empire list. Like you reach for him first. He is a staple of Empire lists. He will probably be in most Empire strike teams, and he will be in every Empire Premier.
Yeah.
Um, I think that is. I think that what I have just described is an A tier card. He is like Rex or Rebel Commandos or the Armorer. Um, yes, if you he's a staple of the faction. Yes, he's very very good. He works. His kit is complete. There's nothing where you say that's a bit janky. He's almost there. If only he had blah. He
Yeah.
doesn't require another model to fix his problems, but he's not. S tier for me are things that are bad for the game that have been built too strong and that require attention.
Yeah.
Um, and don't think he's I don't think he's there, and I don't think he's close. I don't think anyone ever comes away from a game, even a game they've lost against Empire, and goes, Death Trooper Escort just felt like a boot on my throat. Um, because he has very good activations. Very good activations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he doesn't. Games don't revolve around him.
Yeah.
he's not. You don't Shatterpoint him every time you have the opportunity to. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you go, actually, what I really need now is to move the support on one side of the battlefield and then have a potent, decent activation on the other. That's just the ticket. Bring me DTE.
Yeah.
But you don't Shatterpoint him every time. He comes up. Yeah, I think it. I don't think he's close to being S because when I say S, I mean needs attention, and I don't think he needs attention. And I think if he were going to receive attention, you would be giving attention to a lot of other things at the same time. If you were going to nerf DTE, you'd be nerfing Rex, you'd be nerfing Rebel Commandos, you'd be nerfing Shakti, you would be nerfing you'd be nerfing Princess Leia Charming to the last. All of these things that are not broken, aren't oppressive, don't make the game feel bad, they're not problems, but they are top shelf stuff that appears in most strike teams of their faction and in every premier of their faction.
Yeah, I see your point. I do. I just think he is.
Do you think he's better than Rex?
I do, because I really highly rate his disciplined ability. Um, Disciplined is quite interesting because it means that you never want to shoot him. Um, he just sits there and goes, "Yeah, you can't one shot me. Then just don't. I'm just going to move and take a point somewhere else." So, hey, it's pretty good. Didn't go up in this game because he didn't end up like up the board doing stuff because he only had, like you said, that one activation. But I do find that quite a thing that, yeah, I've definitely had games where DT's been in my back line and it's been like, well, if I chip damage him, he's just going to go over there and do another thing. So, yeah. I think if you'd managed to get him a little bit more into this nexus of very clustered points, that might have been quite a thing. But yeah, he's probably on about a par with Rex, more or less. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah. I think it was an interesting game. I don't know how much we actually. It's like always with these games. You bring in certain things to kind of test them, and then you play the game, and it's actually like, well, actually, Count Dooku was the most impressive character on my team in that game, and I definitely had games where Count Dooku's kind of stood in the mid-board and then done nothing. So it is what it is. Further study required, as they say. Uh,
Yes.
right,
And
folks. Go on.
yeah. I feel like I got a good run out of Veers, and part of that is that I made the decision, possibly not the most tactically astute decision, that given a Shatterpoint, what I wanted was another round of Veers.
Yeah.
But I felt like I got a good taste of him. He's definitely better.
The nice
He,
thing with Veers is he's affects every because he has that passive defense dice buff. He's affecting every moment of the game more or less.
yes, I enjoyed saying, and an extra defense dice thanks to General Veers.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, it's decent.
Oh,
Veers definitely feels better, and I think I'm assuming that there are no other changes, which obviously is still an assumption at this point.
yeah.
I think they definitely haven't made him too good.
Yeah.
Um, but he feels fun to play in a way that he didn't before, and that's got to be an improvement.
Yeah. 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 Yep. I think people. Like I go back to I'm repeating myself now. I think he could potentially be very good when we see what else is happening with other, certainly from the bits that we've seen, the Night Troopers really interest me with theirs. The ability to put them in reserve and move them up at the start. This seems pretty good. So, yeah. All right. Shall we wrap up the recorded part of the session anyway?
I think there's only one thing left to do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What is happening with the board? All right. Thanks for that, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think we will have one of these next week. So stay tuned for that. And I will have a regular video for you on Monday as well. Cheery, cheery, bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Have a lovely evening, folks.